University of Phoenix, we understand you can't change your work schedule or his practice schedule. But
were you recently injured in a car accident? Look at this check for $160,000. If you're looking to get money you're owed for an injury, I want you to imagine you and your family getting that money, because I know a way that you can.
What's going on? I got no reception.
Try the radio.
What is this?
I don't know. Shit. Hang on!
Stay on my ass!
Hang on!
Patriot, the most advanced air and missile defense solution. Recognized around the globe for combat-proven performance and superior technology. 16 nations depend on Patriot as the foundation for their defense. Together, these partner countries invest in continuous enhancement and testing to outpace evolving threats. Our customers require a solutions-based approach to defense, featuring next-generation systems designed with an open architecture and tailored to their specific needs. Solutions that are co-developed and co-produced by a network of over 2,800 global suppliers, using the latest innovations in technology and manufacturing. Patriot engineers work with immersive technology and 3D virtual reality to collaborate and create future-facing design and manufacturing solutions. Groundbreaking enhancements use gallium nitride and AESA radar technology to increase detection range, power, and enable 360-degree coverage. New Common Command and Control allows seamless operation with partner and allied systems, and the ability to simultaneously fire multiple missile types, matching the right missile to the threat. The result is a comprehensive portfolio of air and missile defense solutions that are ready for today and right for tomorrow. Patriot, the most advanced air and missile defense.
gotta get Erica. Where? Nick's right.
Hold on!
I don't see it.
One of the strangest real estate stories you may ever see. Entire cities designed to look like Paris,
Wonder.
Venice, London, even Jackson Hole, Wyoming. So why doesn't anybody want to live there? Here's ABC's Bob Woodruff.
Ah, Paris, one of the most beautiful cities in the world.
Bonjour, comment ça va? The Eiffel Tower! Look at that place!
But wait a minute, Paris? Well, not exactly. Welcome to Tianzhuchang, China, an entire city built to look exactly like Paris, France, complete with iconic architecture, picturesque fountains, spacious public squares, and thousands of apartments to live in.
Ni hao. Hi.
Meet one of the inhabitants.
Yeah, the reason
Rachel
for
moved here
filibuster
6
TV.
years ago.
So what do you think of this being Paris right here?
Yeah, how do you think?
What, is it strange to you?
Yes, I think a little strange.
You live here?
I don't like it here.
She says she is not exactly feeling the joie de vivre, and apparently almost no one else is either.
These developers, while they may have copied so much else about the West in these developments, they may have forgotten the most important thing of all, which is the rule of supply and demand.
A victim of the speculative real estate bubble currently gripping China and roiling stock markets worldwide. Paris, now virtually a ghost town. Streets empty, stores vacant.
They got their laundry hanging right in front of their house.
For so few people, there seems to be quite a lot of laundry hanging almost everywhere.
There's laundry on the tree. Fourth floor.
Yeah.
Solo.
Yeah. So?
Oh, so you have the penthouse.
You want to see?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take the very top.
In Paris, it would be a dream to have this view.
Wow.
The view is good.
Yeah.
Your other side.
In fact, the view is getting better and better because this is no isolated phenomenon. All over China, copycat European cities from mock London to faux Venice, sprouting up by the hundreds.
These are not just cheap knockoffs.
Bianca Bosker, an author and journalist, says in China, these communities function almost like designer logos, even if undervalued right now.
These are brands, these landmarks, these icons. They are status symbols in their own way.
In the classical Chinese city of Suzhou, known for its unique architecture and waterways, this Venice of China has felt the need to add dozens of cloned bridges. Paris's Pont Alexandre III. And their crowning glory? A mutate clone of London's famed Tower Bridge. So why do they do this? One reason, says Bosker, is a reaction against a long history of communism.
Even a generation ago, for example, it wasn't up to individuals and families to really decide how they were living, where and in what way. And being able to make that choice is in its own way a very important kind of revolutionary option for contemporary Chinese families.
If you want to get away from communism, just drive out of Beijing, past China's Great Wall, into the hills. It's Wyoming-ish.
We are here. Ni hao.
That's right, Jackson Hole, cowboys, and of course, Route 66. It doesn't actually go through Wyoming, but they are trying.
So if you really want to Americanize this place, put Route 66 on the street.
They did get the snow right, but even that's a duplication.
If you thought this was real snow, well, here's the secret. They make it fake.
Unlike other duplitecture towns, these homes have sold well. This one, the realtor showed us, cost almost $2 million.
This is gigantic.
Perhaps because it's only about an hour and a half away from the often polluted Chinese capital. Why is it a lot of people want to live in America type town?
你是让我从政治原因还是经济原因考虑呢？
The lifestyle they want to live.
You want the lifestyle. This is very, very American. If you want something slightly more refined, head to the suburbs of Shanghai. This is the Thames town, as in the River Thames of London.
I don't know this place before.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
It's more like a British theme park. Harry Potter statue? Check. Winston Churchill? Of course.
你们知道他是谁？不知道? You don't know who he is? It's Winston Churchill.
Then there's the Tudor architecture.
So little neighborhoods like this remind me a lot of London from when I lived there. It's got the same doors, the same walls.
The iconic red phone booths.
Hello?
And security guards dressed in British uniforms.
What's it like to wear a British uniform like this?
Like Paris, it was supposed to be a busy town, filled with residents, but they never came. It's mostly now for wedding pictures, everywhere.
Let's count the number of wedding photographs. All right, I'm counting them now. 1, 2 down there, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Got this one, Seth?
Okay. And now these ghost towns are endangered in a whole new way. The Chinese government has recently announced that these knockoff cities are at odds with socialist core values and says it wants to give them more Chinese traditional names. But for now, if you come to China...
You're Finnish. You're from Finland?
Yes. ...and get homesick for your hometown, you can probably find it somewhere over here. For Nightline, I'm Bob Woodruff in Paris. Hangzhou, China.
Our thanks to Bob Woodruff, and you can take a virtual reality tour of this city on your own by visiting abcnews.com/VR.
Mission Impossible.
In 1936, a brilliant Polish doctor discovered what she believed to be the biggest biblical breakthrough.
It's my son, they're just boys, okay? They're just boys. 여기 기다려! 시작하고 있어! 시작하고 있어! What do we do? Just follow us! Come on! Hang on!
It's the biggest cathode. I don't know.
Just dropped my son off at the train. Was out having drinks with my girlfriends when the call came. What about you?
First call came to my apartment.
After the boxes?
Yeah.
Well, then this whole thing's obviously got to be about your brother.
Really? Is that obvious, huh?
I mean, you got all this stuff, the weapons, the cash, the airplane manuals.
yeah.
He was your twin. They said it's the wrong brother.
So you're implying my brother's a terrorist?
I'm implying if not him, then why you?
Nothing needs to be touched.
I'm sorry. I know he just died. I'm not trying to insult his memory or anything.
No, he hasn't been dead long enough to be a memory, Rachel. You know, if you knew my brother, you laugh all day at the idea that he was a terrorist or a spy, whatever else you're saying.
How do you
he was.
know?
Because he's my brother. That's something you would know about your brother.
Well, when's the last time you talked to him?
I don't need to... Hey, listen! Hey! Hey, I don't have to explain myself to you. Is your son a terrorist?
Yeah, my son's a terrorist.
Yeah, well, he's just as likely to be a terrorist as my brother. Well, let's not forget you in all this, huh? Why are you here? What's your day job? I know it is a manual shift driver.
I'm a paralegal. I don't have a connection to anything.
How do I know you're not lying to me? What does paralegal do?
Same thing as the guys with their names on the door, except I do it for $11 an hour so they can bill $200. That nail it for you, Sherlock.
That still doesn't explain why you're walking out here.
I don't know why the hell I'm out here.
Hey! What are you, Jerry Shaw? Who are you? Wait. I sent the package to Asia.
Wait, what package?
What is that? She wants me to drive you. She? I won't. I'm
You
done.
know she?
Wait, stay right there. Here, get back. Here's the address, huh? Here's the address. Here's the key. Take the goddamn bag. You think I'm going to do this because I'm Iranian? I'm American. I'm finished. I'm done.
What are you talking
You
about?
take it.
What
I'm
are
going to
you
do this because
talking
it's sad.
about?
Stop him now, or he will die.
Listen to me. What are you talking about?
You tried to do this with us. How are you seeing us right now?
Stop him now.
What did she say?
Hey! You gotta stop! You gotta stop!
These wires missing. I mean, they put wires in this thing. Kind of goofy. Actually goofy, but well.
Killed that man.
Desertion is not an option. Take the van. Drive to Indianapolis, Indiana, 72 West 56th Street. Arrive no later than 11 a.m.
Look, tomorrow we're going to do Saturday. It's church time. Really? 6. It's around 9 o'clock. I'm going to have my own service. Saturday and Sunday. You know. Don't mean the most horsepower of every year. That seems interesting. Let me get back to that. Let's meet you on Ferrari SF1000. So that computer program is called Blender. I think it's a Formula 1 car. I'm looking at the shape. Yeah, so it is. So basically what you're doing right there is you're making a 3D model from the visceral or the top view and the side view. In other words, they're like interlinking points. And then the internet shows you how the structure is made. So this is part 2, this will be part 2 or 3. But it starts off almost nothing. Starts off almost nothing. And then it goes into that whole shape, takes that whole shape. Pretty sure this is like the second or third installment. See? There's the show. That's freaking beautiful. Yeah, I recommend that one. What's the first one? So it takes diameters. See, just made the shape. That's freaking awesome, right? Yeah, so this is really good for making your own components. So I guess to say the virtue here is to get the spindle, the full visual of the spindle on whatever car it is or truck, and then just start designing the higher pressure stabilizer valve from there. Like copy it, paste it, right, and then start integrating. I mean, ultimately, I think the best bet, other than drilling a hole, would be to cast it. You know, cast it with the piping already fitted in. So the objective is to have higher pressure from the hub of the weight of the tire from the front and the back. Shoot higher pressure bursts that push the tire to the ground, and as of yesterday, also off the ground. Right there. What's beautiful about it is you can angle it. Like you can take a car design and you can angle it, make the wheelbase bigger, chop the top, you know, enlarge the grill, change the lights and everything. And ultimately, you have you have all the symmetry, and you load it into the 3D printer, and you start getting your pieces. And so, like, if you wanted to make a bolt-on kit, this would be one of the best options. I mean, you're talking about making, you know what I mean, a bumper kit or something like that. And then You measure all the points, like the botons, where the boats go, and you put the main piece over that, and then you just shape the piece, and then bam, you take it to the printer. I want to make this coming rhetoric. It's cheaper. I'm sure we'll see a bunch of Batmobiles or Batmobile-ish looking cars. I think I will conclude it when I take another nap.
Have you thought about a tire? Can drive and fly. With the rise of urban aerial mobility, we have developed a concept that can give that solution of driving and flying. And we have seen a significant development in the evolution of this new mobility ecosystem. A dozen of companies and startups are already investigating and actively working on flying vehicles. This will allow future commuters to move seamlessly from the road to the sky. At Goodyear, we challenge ourselves to think about the future of mobility and the role that tires can play. Imagine a two-in-one concept that autonomous flying cars can have in the future. This concept will bring both a tire to driving on the road and a propeller for flying through the sky.
This guy's freaking awesome.
At Goodyear, we provide tires and services for the most difficult and challenging applications in the world. And of course, innovation is at the core of what we do. With innovation, we provide the solutions of the mobility for today and in the future. This is why we start with a concept. The concept tires were sparked with, first of all, the debate about how mobility will be in the future, but also triggers the discussion about what technologies will need to be developed. To create the Goodyear era concept tires, we needed to bring different teams together and combine expertise of design and science. We brought together industrial designers from our design studio at the Goodyear Innovation Center in Luxembourg, together with our material scientists and modelers who create the simulations to provide the concept and the functionality of the Goodyear Aero concept tire.
It works. This is a little funny looking, but it's big. It's horrible. You can make it really cool.
Is in constant change. People and societies evolve, and so does the way they move. New technologies have one underlying objective: making people's lives easier and their journeys enjoyable and efficient. As the challenges of urban transport continue to grow, mobility companies are searching for new solutions. And now, they have started looking to the sky for the answer. Goodyear's work on advanced tire architectures and materials led us to imagine a two-in-one concept tire designed for the autonomous, flying cars of the future. The Goodyear Aero uses a non-pneumatic structure that is flexible enough to drive on the road. And is strong enough to let vehicles fly.
That is beautiful.
This multimodal wheel would be an integral part of a new urban aerial mobility ecosystem.
Where that's forward, it's like two backwards. So the hot rod.
The Goodyear Aero would allow future commuters to move seamlessly from the road to the sky.
Doors closed. Ready to fly.
For over 120 years, Goodyear has partnered with pioneers driving change and discovery. By redefining performance, we have left a mark on our industry and on people's driving experience. As part of the new mobility ecosystem, we will continue moving generations forward to do more, achieve more, and discover the world.
When developing the Goodyear Aero concept tire, we took into account the latest developments in the mobility space. And one of the latest and biggest developments we saw.
About a month ago, Lucid Automotive released their new luxury four-door sedan to the world, the Lucid Air. With a 517-mile range, the Air is the longest range EV in the world. And the day before they launched the Air, Mr. Elon Musk himself took a jab at the CEO of Lucid, his own former chief engineer of the Model S program, Peter Rawlinson. Now, Elon said that Peter left Tesla just when things got tough, adding that he didn't make any contributions to the powertrain, the battery, or the electronics. I find all that pretty interesting. So I went straight to the source and spoke with Peter Rawlinson in person. And what I found out is that it's Lucid's powertrain, battery, and electronics that set them apart from Tesla. And today, we're gonna figure out how they did it. Let's go. Thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring today's episode of Bumper to Bumper. And I think we can all agree it's been a weird year. So I've been trying out a bunch of new creative activities to break up my day. And Skillshare has made it easy to try and learn all these new things. Does anyone else see this piece of garbage over here? I've also been learning to act. Now's the time to learn! Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives with thousands of classes in illustration, photography, film. Cut! Actor Jerry, baby, you forgot the most important part. And that's that Skillshare costs $10 a month. I mean, look at me. I took a class in low-budget filmmaking by Maddie Brown, and I turned out to be a pretty good director. Wow, thanks, Director Jerry. Don't mention it, Actor Jerry. And better yet, the first 1,000 of you to click the link in the description below and sign up get 2 free months of premium service absolutely free. So head on over to Skillshare.com or click the link in the description. Okay, people, back to B2B. Let's go. can be foreign to people. So I'm going to be using the Model S to help better understand and appreciate what Lucid is doing. Now, having said that, there is no one magic component on the Air that helps it achieve its 517-mile range. It's a combination of advancing the technology in multiple departments. And one of the less obvious parts of the Air that helps it go further is the motors. Now, there's a variety of electric motors out there, but Lucid went with a permanent magnet synchronous motor. And they did that because they're super efficient compared to, say, the more traditional induction motor. And that's what Tesla was using up until the Model 3 came out. Now, there are two parts to all electric motors. You got a stator, that is the stationary part of the motor, and then you have the rotor. That's the part that rotates and produces torque to move your wheels. And you have coils made out of a conductive wire running through the stator housing. And when current from a battery is supplied to them, those coils produce a magnetic field. And when you phase that current going into the coils, you create a rotating magnetic field. And that is basically the principle that allows all these electric motors to work. Now, with a permanent magnet synchronous motor, its rotor has permanent magnets affixed to it. So the rotating magnetic field of the stator will interact with the permanent magnets on the rotor. It's like a donkey carrot situation. To get the donkey moving, you got to dangle that carrot just ahead of him. And then once he gets running, you let him eat it, and now he's on a full sprint. So when a permanent magnet starts off, the magnets on the rotor are just behind the magnetic field created by the coils. Then once they lock into place, they become synchronous, hence the name permanent magnet synchronous motor. And this is a super efficient type of electric motor. One of the reasons they are more efficient is because they have less loss due to resistance compared to an induction motor. Now, induction motors, they don't have permanent magnets on their rotors. They use coils that are induced by the magnetic field of the stator. And because there's more wires in the motor, there's more resistance. And when you have more resistance, you have more heat. And when you have more heat, your motors are less efficient. Not only are the Lucid Air motors more efficient, they have a smaller form factor. So in fact, because they take up such little space, they can combine the inverter, the transmission, the differential, and the motor into a single package that's right under 164 pounds. Now, I weigh 185 pounds, so just imagine, take my arms off, they're pretty weak, they're about 10 pounds each, so that's right about 165 pounds, and squish me down into about the size of a roller bag that you could carry on a flight. That's how tiny they are.
Have you thought about a tire that can drive and fly? With the rise of urban aerial mobility, we have developed a concept that can give that solution of driving and flying. And we have seen a significant development in the evolution of this new mobility ecosystem. A dozen of companies and startups are already investigating and actively working on flying vehicles. This will allow future commuters to move seamlessly from the road to the sky. At Goodyear, we challenge ourselves to think about the future of mobility and the role the tires can play. Imagine a two-in-one concept that autonomous flying cars can have in the future. This concept will bring both a tire to driving on the road and a propeller for flying through the sky. At Goodyear, we provide tires and services for the most difficult and challenging applications in the world. And of course, innovation is at the core of what we do.
I thought we had a breakthrough with the Volkswagen.
We did.
Yes.
We broke through.
That's the Volkswagen?
That's the cross sport.
Wow.
What's wrong with that dude?
Have you done ballet before?
I used to be a stripper.
The Goodyear Recharge is a revolutionary self-regenerating concept tire that can adapt and change to meet individual mobility needs. At the core of the Recharge concept is a reloadable and biodegradable tread compound that can be recharged with individual capsules, radically simplifying the process of replacing your tires. Filled with a customized liquid compound, these capsules allow the tread to regenerate and the tire to adapt over time to climatic circumstances, road conditions, or simply how you want to travel. Thanks to artificial intelligence, a driver profile would be created around which the liquid compound would be customized, regenerating a compound blend tailored to each individual.
What could the future of electric mobility look like? And I'm very pleased to present to you our new concept tire, Goodyear Recharge. This is a self-regenerating tire that makes tire changing easy. At the heart of this concept tire are these capsules that contain a biodegradable liquid compound. And when it comes time to change the tires, all you have to do is insert this capsule into the tire, close the lid, and the liquid inside the capsules is inserted through these small tubes to the surface of the tire, effectively regenerating the tread, making it a very sustainable solution for future's electric mobility.
Yeah.
It is also a very convenient solution for changing tires, but perhaps the most exciting feature of this tire are these capsules and the fact that you can customize these for your driving style, for your vehicle, and for the environment and the climate that you're in. So you could have a special blend for winter climates and a different blend for summer environments. So we're very excited about this idea for future, Goodyear Recharge. I'd like to now leave you with a video that provides you more details about Goodyear Recharge. And for additional information, you can also click on the link below.
Each person has their own individual mobility needs. A different location, a different vehicle, a different journey. Imagine a tire designed for the electric mobility of tomorrow, designed for consumers who will increasingly be looking for individualized products and solutions. Imagine an intelligent tire that can adapt and change as you do. The Goodyear Recharge is a revolutionary, self-regenerating concept tire. Whether it's winter or summer, you're in the city or the mountains, it's a concept tire designed to let you start something great. At the core is a reloadable and biodegradable tread compound that can be recharged with individual capsules, radically simplifying the process of replacing your tires. The customized liquid in the capsules recharges the tire tread, enabling the tire to adapt over time to climatic circumstances, road conditions, or simply how you want to travel. Harnessing the power of nature, the tread compound is reinforced with fibers inspired by one of the toughest natural materials in the world, spider silk. It helps to build a tread that is both extremely durable and sustainable.